Hey guys, sorry. So I thought I'd do a video. I'm really not going to try to make this very long. It usually ends up long anyway, as y'all know. I just want to kind of give an update. Excuse me. There's no reason in particular why I'm wearing my headphones other than I was watching a movie earlier, and when I lay back, my eye bags are a lot less, which is funny because I have not slept a wink, and last night I didn't sleep very well. I had to go to Tyler to get results of from the testing that I did in Carthage, which my doctor, the cardiology team goes there and does testing and stuff. 2 weeks ago. So I'm having a lot of pain, mostly in my just pain, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll be all right. I just am not able to fall asleep at the moment, or haven't been. It's 5:30, maybe 5:30 a.m. So it looks like I'm not, the night is gone, so, but I'm still going to sleep. And Sarah reminds me, and it's true now that she's at home doing schooling instead of going to school, and there's no appointments, that I need to not stress and just whenever I fall asleep. The dog will wake me up if he has to go to the bathroom really, really bad. He always finds a way to get to my foot or my hand. So, he kind of jars me awake. Not as in attacking me, but like putting his muzzle. I can't talk. Putting his muzzle. And I'm sorry, I keep looking to the right. I know I'm supposed to look that way, but I don't know. I always feel like I have to look at myself when I'm doing a video. I've been that way since the beginning of time, and I'll probably be that way since the end of time. And sorry about the weird light that shines. I've got my little lamp that changes color. The expensive one I did the review on. It's sitting on the table next to me. So I'm 3 minutes in already. Sorry, I also have this stuff going on as always. So let me get underway. I've had a lot. I'm a heart patient, and I have had a lot of different tests and procedures and even surgery done to fix or look at or diagnose something that has to do with my heart. The other day, I went in a couple weeks ago. I went in for another nuclear stress test, and that's just where they do the normal stress test, which is pretty boring since I'm not able, mobility-wise, I'm not able to do the treadmill. And no, it's not just because I'm a fat lady, okay? It's because other health issues. And I have hair from somewhere, actually attached. But anyway, so they give me the medicine through an IV to stress my heart. It's basically, as it's called, the stress test. What it does is it increases my heart rate a lot. Well, they add the extra, I cannot remember right now the name of the medication, but the nuclear or radioactive part of the testing is where stressed and unstressed, they take pictures with a special camera that goes around you. Lay down and it goes around you. Sorry about my icky nails, that is not blood. Anyway, it goes around you, and it takes, I don't know, I think 12 minutes each time. I never asked, but anyway, and it looks at your heart better. It's not like a regular x-ray, but it's also not like MRI or a CAT scan. It's kind of hard to explain, but the particles, it's kind of, it's radioactive stuff. So the particles, I don't know, it shows this circulation that's going on. You know, it's really stupid. I've had tons of different top tests, and I don't know a whole lot of detail about all of them. I just trust that they won't kill me. I know I put too much faith into the medical people, or medical procedures, or the medical world. But anyway, I had this again because it's been a while since I had one. My cardiologist wanted to do it just for GP. And then been having some issues with my legs at night or in the morning or whatever. I'm just having some issues. And my doctor thought perhaps it had something to do with the circulation. And I had one other time that I can remember, I've had an ultrasound of my legs showing the blood flow. So they did that as well. And they were supposed to do blood work, but they did not do blood work that day. I don't remember why now. But anyway, so they scheduled it on. I had to see my doctor for the results. That appointment was already made. It was not because something was wrong or anything, or I'm special. It was just already made. That's how he does the testing. It's a pain in the butt when you live over 2 hours away. But, you know, that's the way life is. So I went to get my results and on the 1st, and my leg, the circulation, as far as they can tell, everything was good. I still think I have problems because the same symptoms are going on, but it's not an everyday thing. So Lord knows what it is with me, honestly. But and then he gave me the results of the stress test, and the results were something is going on with the right side of my heart. Now, I have 2 birth defects, which people that have followed me for a while know about, because I mention these occasionally, as well as doing specific. I've done videos just about these heart conditions. One is cardiomyopathy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. I'm not going to explain them now, but and one is myocardial bridging. And both of these I was born with. One did not show itself until the stress of pregnancy. It was during my first pregnancy. And this is very common for the cardiomyopathy to show up when women are of childbearing age, or when kids hit puberty, because the extra stuff going on body-wise, not in the brain, because we all go nuts, but in the body. And a lot of times, unfortunately, cardiomyopathy, and there's more than one kind, but it shows up, unfortunately, a lot of times after someone has passed and they're doing an autopsy. A lot of times there are like high schoolers during football games, basketball games, or young adults that just die suddenly. And that is the biggest side effect from this is sudden death. But thank God it was discovered during my first pregnancy, and was given medication, and up until the last several years, since about 1998 to 2000, it started being symptomatic as far as having pain, chest pain, and shortness of breath, and this and that. And the myocardial bridging was discovered. So that was discovered, the first was discovered in 95. Well, actually at the end of 94. Okay, my brain, stop. Slow. 9 minutes. The myocardial bridging was actually discovered, and that's a birth defect as well. You're born with it. I won't just explain it. You can look that up. And it's very interesting, actually. It was discovered in 2013. I had surgery, open heart, to fix it in 2013. It was not completely done. I found out about 2 years ago. So, Those are all front mid-heart issues. The latter being in the front of the heart. I've never had any issues with the right side or left side of my heart. The last time I had a heart cath was in 2 years ago, and this was by the same physician. So either it was something that was missed, or it's something that has started happening, or whatever has worsened to the point of it can be seen now, as of 2 years ago, sometime in the last 2 years. So he didn't scare me, and I didn't really get scared. But he does want to do another heart cath, and he's the last one that did mine. And he wanted to do that really soon, just to take a look, so he'll know what's going on. And so I'm having that Monday. So I'm going Monday at 10 o'clock. My ex-husband, because I have no one else local at all. So my ex-husband, he's going to go with us. I'll drive up there. He has to go because, oh great, Annette. He has to go because they give me goofy, they don't knock you out. They give me goofy juice. And I have massive amounts of anxiety during procedures, anything medically really, which is kind of weird because been there, done that, old news, but I still am terrified when I'm in that moment. So they load me up. The last time he told the guy, because I was asking questions, I'm like, what are you doing? What is that? What is that on the left? I mean, I was not trying to be annoying. That's just my nerves. And they were to the point to where Dr. K said, give her the max of whatever. I have no idea what they gave me. But, and it doesn't knock you out, but it makes you sleepy. And I did snore a couple times because it woke me up. So it was good stuff as far as with the anxiety. But, so I can't drive. Plus, it's an artery. They go into your artery in your groin. They can go into your wrist and apparently your elbow, which I just learned like yesterday. But the wrist thing, he tried the last time 2 years ago. And your wrist artery has to be really straight to be able to do that, because it's it's important stuff. They're sticking up there to shoot the dye in to see how your heart's beating, what's going on. Very specific or very important things. And I have apparently a loop-de-loop kind of artery, of course. Can anything be right with me? So I have to have it in the groin of my leg. And you can't, because of the possibility of bleeding. Plus, excuse me, I have blood clotting disorder. So they had to be careful of the clotting breaking off, because my blood clots faster than normal blood. But I can't take my blood thinner for several days. In fact, tomorrow night, or tonight, last night was the last dose that I could take of it until the procedure. So it's like 5 days before, or whatever. Anyway, I can't math right now. I'm making a hugely long video about something that should be half the time. But anyway, so I can't move for 2 hours, and it used to be 4 hours, so thank God they changed that, unless there's excess bleeding, and there was the last time I had it. So they're probably going to watch me because that's in my chart. But I can't move basically at all for 2 hours at least. And then once I've stopped bleeding, I have to sit in the car, basically not moving much, for a 2.5 hour drive home. But I can't drive for 3 days, so he has to drive me. There's no choice. Well, I mean, he had the choice to say no, and I was surprised he didn't, because part of me thought he would. We get along fine as friends, but not buddies, okay? Not anymore. But anyway, so that's what's happening, and that's happening on Monday. I might make another video before then. I probably will. I've got a couple of small hauls I want to do, but I'm going to combine them. But I just want to give you all an update. I am asking for prayers because it does get tiresome having new diagnosis, just doing more medical anything, but having a new diagnosis. I want him to do it and the procedure and then say, I don't know what we saw with the stress test. It was just a fluke. It was a stupid error of some type. That's what I want. And it's happened before. And it's happened on the nuclear stress test previously, where they thought my bypass in the front, my bypass was leaking. So I'm hoping I just have a weird heart that makes it stupid looking. But I've also had a couple of the nuclear stress tests within the last few years that have been normal. So, normal as in they look fine. So, who knows? Who knows? And let's just spice it up a little bit, right? But anyway, so I'm going to let you go. I'm so sorry it took so long. But I just wanted to kind of inform some of you guys. And I appreciate you if you made it to the end. I appreciate you just subscribing to me and being my friend. And I appreciate that. But anyway, I just want to let people know what's going on. I'm sorry I'm not all dolled up like I usually am. I'm never dolled up, okay? So you're never going to get that from me. But anyway, y'all take care. God bless. Do something good for somebody today. Take care. Bye-bye.